Hi, everyone, and welcome to another entry in my heart journal. I've just been thinking a lot about being thankful for what I have and kind of just staying in the moment and being in the moment. And although I'm wanting for more, wanting for better health, all of that kind of stuff, trying to really make it a practice to take joy in the day that I'm in and be thankful for it. So I'm going to do another art journal entry in my heart journal, and it's going to be based mainly on my inspiration for this page is from text. And I've seen a lot of entries, or not entries, but artwork on Pinterest done just with text and bright paints and stuff. So I'm going to use some of my acrylic, liquid acrylic, and just play around. And so let's get started. So this is a completely different angle because I'm using my laptop, or not my I always say laptop, but it's my iPad mini. So it's just sitting here, and so I can kind of work and talk and have hands free, which is super, because my other camera with the tripod, it broke. It just does not work anymore. It wasn't very expensive camera. So I'm just adding a layer of, this is a super duper heavy gel medium. So I'm just going to use that one. It's right here. And I'm just going to cover the pages, the book page, as well as the back of the text here that I just cut out of a book. And just put it on it. I was thinking, I think about this often, but it was particularly brought to mind with all of the sadness and sad events that took place last month in the U.S., the bombing in Boston, and then the subsequent, how that carried on for a week with other people losing their lives and being maimed, and then during all of that explosion in Texas. And it really, I know I talked about this before on one of my Veda videos. A Veda video, for those of you that don't watch them, it's a video every day in April. And I was just kind of talking and expressing my feelings on all of that. And I came to the conclusion that, we just need to show love, more love to each other. But extending on that thought even more is one way to show love, not only for each other, but for ourselves too, is to first show a little bit of appreciation to our Maker, whoever you call God, the spirits, just saying being thankful. Just saying thank you and being thankful. It's like that prayer that Oprah always says. Sometimes just saying thank you is it's the simplest prayer, just saying thank you. And we just don't tend to do that. We do it if we're like, oh dear God, somebody's so sick, please, 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 if you do what I want, if I do what you want, I promise I'll never this, please just spare them, and then we're so thankful when the person is spared. Or, oh, I just wish I didn't have to be in pain anymore. And then I started realizing, what? Maybe we should just be thankful for the steps we're taking right now on our journey. Like, this is the day the Lord made. Let us rejoice and give thanks. A quote from the Bible. It's also in song. And, it's the simplest of quotes, but when you think about it, you know what? Yes, my back hurts. Yes, my this. Yes, my feet hurt. Yes, my lupus is flaring up. Yes, I'm going through chemotherapy. Yes, I'm in labor. Whatever your story is, but you're here. And for that alone, we need to take pause and give more thanks. So that's what I'm doing. This page, I'm basing it on that. So I'm always also paying homage to just playing around with text and making things with just plain text or watercolors. I have found that my distress markers, fantastic if you're trying to do kind of a fake watercolor kind of a thing. So all I did was I backed that one page there. You see that with all that text? And now I'm going to put this aside for a second. And I'm just working on this newsprint here. And I am just going to make a very rudimentary house. So I want it to just be not too measured, you know what I mean? And it can't be too big because I am only using one page. So, you know, I want it to be a tall kind of a house. So this can be my house. And this, it's fun to kind of play around with a lot of these things that you that you just normally wouldn't play with. I'm trying to do the same thing I do when I make a tag so that I can get this to be straight and cut from point to point. That should be my roof. And it should fit. And it does fit. So I will hold that up so you can kind of see. I'm not sure if you can see it over there. So there, I have a house bottom here and a triangle rooftop right there. So really all I'm trying to create is some kind of a scene, you know, like a backyard, but a very whimsical one. And then I'm going to write a quote that William, not Wordsworth, but Wadsworth wrote. And it's just so simple. And that's why I wanted my background to be simple. Because, you know, we really, really, really need to be more thankful of things and appreciate things more. I think I'm going to use my new liquid acrylics and try them out. They're so much fun and they're so pretty and so vibrant. I just have to go and get some water. So I'm going ahead starting painting because I spilt my paint, so I'm just grabbing paint off of the newsprint I have underneath. So this particular color it's blue, but I spilled it. It's called Cerulean Blue. It's so pretty. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, clear, clear blue. So this is going to be the bottom of my house. So I was inspired by some of this, I want to call it newsprint art, from lots of different places on Pinterest where they use newsprint and then they use bright, 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 bright colors. So there is the base of my house. So I'll put that aside to dry and put this lid on. I made a little bit of a mess there. And then for my roof, I think I will use those gelatos because I kind of want it just to be black and white. Okay, I'm going to try these gelatos. I've never used them in this fashion, but I'm trying to make a striped roof. So here is the piece for the rooftop, this triangle. And I'm taking a ruler. I'm just going to lie it at the top of the roof. And I'll start with the black gelato. And you guys have seen these. They look like chopsticks, kind of. So I'm just literally going to slide it across. Well, I guess you got to color more with it. These are so strange. I can never figure out how to use them. But you can kind of smudge. I'm trying to keep it straight. So I did the black. Now we'll see what happens when I move the ruler. I'm going to flip it over about same distance down. And we'll take the white, and hopefully it's just as opaque as the black is. That's what I'm hoping for. And it is. Good, 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 good. So I'm going to continue to go down like that. You know, today, Richard and I, we did something as simple is go to the dollar store, grab some food, Japanese food, quick, fast food, and get a yogurt. And you know what? Just that simple little thing on a day that proceeds to be one of our very first spring-like days. I mean, it was even raining a little bit. It makes you pause and appreciate, I'm happy I'm here today. Put aside all my little aches and pains and complaints. I am happy to be here. And sometimes when you just simply say that out loud, it's just a distraction from whatever. Even if you're going through the worst, like I know some people are going through horrible things, losses of people, grieving. It's okay. You can have permission to just, for one moment, take a respite from all of that pain and just say, you know what? Despite everything, I'm thankful I'm here. I mean, for some of us, like for me today, it's easy to say it. For other people, it might not be as easy, Lord knows. They're like, yeah, easy for you to say as you sit there are journaling and playing, and I'm over here, I can't move. But the point is to just try to find something to be thankful about in this day. So there's my rooftop. Can you see it? And I just used gelatos for that. And that's going to sit on top of my house. And I'm just going to take some printed paper and make a little door for my little maison. I just thought it'd be kind of fun just to play with those texts like I've seen so many people do. I'm going to use this brown printed paper and just freehand cut out, it would be more like the shape of a U for a door. And I'm going to glue it right down like that. And then make some windows and stuff and apply it onto my page. So I've got my house, can you see it, glued on the page there. And I'm going to make some windows for right there and there. And in keeping with my wanting to keep it all kind of texty, I'm just going to take another strip of text. I'm going to use this beautiful, beautiful yellow-orange color. It's the yellow-orange Azo. And I'm going to paint the paper that and then cut it out and then maybe just make a bar in the window. So you can see here where I use the yellow for the, see how vibrant these colors are, and then what's so cool is you can still see the text, even through the white there, you can still see all of the text other than under that scrapbook page. I just think that is just so awesome. So I also have this little sketchbook. I was playing around with it. I often play around with it, just sit there doing different sketches in it. And Richard sketched this. We were just sitting one day at a doctor's office or somewhere, and he did that. And so I sketched that flower, and I was playing with my distress markers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some images from here, and I'm going to glue them, sort of like piece them into my page today. Like some of these birds are so cute, so I want to use some of them and put them, this one, that guy there, maybe one of these. Ozzy did one, which is so cute. This little guy here, isn't he cute? So I want to try and cut out some of those and incorporate them on my page. So far I have used two different colors, well, just about all my liquid acrylics. This color was called something magenta, so it's just a magenta. These are Liquitex acrylic inks, this one. And then the red is called Paroli Red. So I used one page and I obviously you can see that I painted half the page. Drew it with my gun. Use my scallop hole punch for the outside of the flowers here, and then just a circle for the inside. And then I use the green, which is called Vivid Lime Green. Just painted a whole strip down there and cut my stems. And so I'm going to make some leaves. But what I love about this is that you still see all of the text through the text on text. It's just, I don't know, it's just such a whimsical looking piece of art. And so again, might I suggest if you're going to do this theme, do it in some kind of a whimsical way, because it'll just make you smile. You know, just make it, and I'm trying not to use torn pieces. I'm trying to keep it very linear. So cutting straight lines, so it's very almost primitive and very linear. And for me, I love how that's looking. So I'm going to create some kind of scallop up at the top here, and I'll be back. I wish I could work and talk like I usually do, but until I get my other camera, it's just not that easy. So I'll do the best I can though. So here is my finished page. It's covered with gel medium, so you can see how it's all kind of thick and it gives it that leathery feeling. It's not quite dry up here, but I'll explain what I did. So you saw me making my flowers using the circle punch and then the scallop punch, and I used acrylic ink for those. Same with the stems and the leaves. And then same with my house, except here I used the Faber-Castells, and here I just used printed paper, so that's another very opaque place where you can't see the words through. And up here, I just decided at the last minute to make a little scallop around the roof, so I used distress ink. And that was the only thing that kind of ran a little bit when I put on the gel medium, because it's like a watercolor paint, but everything else stayed really, really true. My birds that I had drawn a while ago, I just cut them out, put them on the page. I made a banner. I used washi tape trying to put it in a scallop, but it got all kind of puckered. That's okay. Took the leftover yellow from the windows and cut it up and made little banner pieces. And then around the border, I finally got to use my black, this guy. My acrylic, what are these called? It's just water-based acrylic paint. I love it. Absolutely love it. And it just made such a nice frame around my page. And my words say rest and be thankful. So basically the premise of this page is, you know, we all might not be where we want to be, whether it be with our health, our marriage, our weight, in our jobs, just so many things. We may not be where we want to be, but for some of us, we're better off than we were before. So we can be thankful for that. And for those of us that are just starting on this journey and like, oh, what's going on? I wish. Be thankful that you're focusing on it. And that's the first step, just focusing on whatever it is. But start by finding somewhere in your day to say thank you. And I promise it'll just make everything better. And if you have a fun little whimsical page like this to play with, it makes things even better too. So thank you so much for watching. I'm very, very thankful for you guys. And we'll see you next time. Bye.